Okay, just a second. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So first, let's go to the answers. So the first question was, where dash the pens? They are
Where
on the
are
page.
the pens?
So where are the pens? Easy.
Where are the pens?
Where are the pens? That's correct. That's easy. Then we
We
dash
are.
in class.
We
We
are
are
in
in
class
class.
3.
Correct. See, you're all so intelligent. Huh? Everybody's telling the answers. That's correct. We are in class 3. Then my brother dash a pupil.
Is a pupil.
Somebody asked what you mean by pupil. Pupil means student. Okay. My brother is
What,
a
ma'am?
student.
Okay.
Then dash your school nice.
Is your
yes,
school
it's
nice?
Is your
yeah.
school nice?
Yeah, it's a question mark. Is your school nice? That's correct. Then I dash in the classroom. I
I am in the class.
I am in the class.
am. That's correct. The teacher dash near the board.
The teacher
The teacher is near the
Is
board.
near the board. Correct. The desks dash on the carpet.
are on the carpet.
Are
The
on the, because
desks are on the carpet.
that's correct. Because DESKS, right? Plural. So the desks are.
Yes.
Is your bag on the chair? No dash. I said you have to answer only in 2 words. You
No,
remember?
it isn't.
It isn't.
Isn't.
It isn't. Okay. It isn't. Dash in the lesson. Don't sleep in the lesson. Be alert during
Don't
the
sleep
lesson.
in the lesson.
Okay. Dash your brother got a black bag.
Did your brother?
brother.
No. Has your brother got a black bag? Has your brother got a black bag? It's not did your brother got a black. If you use did, you will say did your brother get a black bag, right? This is dash your brother got a black bag. So has your brother got a black bag?
This was a bit confusing now.
Yeah, I know. It's not did, because if you use did, it will become get. Did your brother get a black bag? That is the proper sentence. So, but here it's not get, right? It's got. So it's has your brother got a black bag? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Good that so many of you knew the answers. Very good. You're all very intelligent students. So thank you so much for playing. So today, let's go to the moral story section. So today it's not game session, it's moral story. So you can still all see my screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So today's moral
Mother,
story,
father, and
yeah, today's moral story, I thought we'll play like a game. So what is the game? I will tell you this, I will narrate the story. I will narrate the story. You have to you have to concentrate. You have to listen to the story. And your homework is very simple. Your assignment is very simple. Like I said, you don't have to spend time after the session is over, because all of you will ping me and say, ma'am, we have homework. We don't have time to do the assignment. So you don't have to do anything. You just listen to the story. What is the assignment? You give a title to the story. I will not give you the title.
Okay, ma'am.
You yourself give a title. And you yourself give a moral. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the assignment. So my job is only to narrate the story. I will just narrate the story, meaning I'll tell you a story. I'll tell a story. I'll narrate the story, but I will not give you the title. I will not tell you what's the title of the story. I will not tell you what is the moral of the story.
Okay, ma'am.
So it's your job to just give a title to the story and then also mention what is the moral of the story, and you can just post it on the group. It will hardly take you how many seconds it might take for you to do
5
that.
seconds.
At the max 10 seconds, right? Not more than 10 seconds. 5 seconds to 10 seconds. So that's all you have to spend. So after the summer camp, after the Sunday class is over at 11 a.m., just spend 10 seconds, just type what is the title of the story. You only give a beautiful title of the story. You can give on your own. You think and give a beautiful title to the story and just tell me what's the moral of the story. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So title of the story is your choice. You can give whatever you want. Whatever beautiful title you can give, you can give. Okay. Okay. So let's start with the story. So now if you see what I have shared, right, you will not understand. At the max, you might just understand this is a mother, a father, and a child. and there is some other person in the right, in the right, you will not understand anything. But as I narrate the story, you will come to know what these pictures are talking about. Okay. So let's start the story. This is a very nice story, but it's not a funny story. It's a very nice story which has a very good meaning. So you won't laugh during the story. You will never laugh. It's not like a funny story, but it's a very nice story which has a lot of meaning. Okay. So let's start the story. So there was one child, a mother, a father, and a child. The child was quite young, maybe like 3 or 4 years old. And this child's parents, the mother and the father, were not very rich. So the mother was actually just a maid servant. You all know who is a maid servant, right? She used to just go and do some work in many houses, and she used to get paid for that. She used to go wash the vessels in a lot of houses, clean the houses, and then come, and she used to get paid for that. And father also, like they're quite poor only. They're not very rich, not very rich, not even middle class. They're like poor only. So what the father used to do, in a wooden basket,
Yes,
he used to take books and go to one temple, go to the church side, and he used to sell those books. And then whatever money he used to get by selling those books, he used to get it home. Okay. So quite poor only, right? Mother is just a maid servant and father is just selling the books. And they used to earn like this only, by mother by working in people's houses and father by selling books. And they used to bring money and try to take care of the child. Though they were very poor, they were trying to be as nice to the child and get him whatever he wants by the money they used to get from working in the houses or selling books. Now this child, right, he got pampered. So what happened to the child? He got pampered. You all understood what pampering means, right?
yes, ma'am.
Our parents also do that to us, isn't it? They'll show so much of love towards us, that sometimes even we get pampered. So this child, he became very pampered, and then not listening to anybody, very pampered. Like his parents used to show so much of love towards him that he became very pampered. And then what he used to do, he used to go to school, and his mother and father, right? Mother and father, they used to come very late in the evening. Mother used to work in like some 10 to 15 houses, and she used to go early in the morning and come late in the evening. Father also, like all the time, he used to go to the church side, sell the books, and he used to come late in the evening. You know what this boy used to do? He used to take advantage of that. He used to go to school, come back from school, eat whatever mother has prepared, and then he should help his parents, right? His parents are doing so much for him. He has to help him. He has to help them, right? He was not doing that. Just run to the field and start playing cricket. All throughout the day after the school, keep playing cricket. Because he was so fond of cricket, he was not interested in anything else. Just go and keep playing cricket. And then his parents used to come back in the evening, and they used to see, how come this child has still not come back from school? And then they come inside the house, they see his bag is there, his shoes are there, uniform is there, but this boy is not there. They were getting worried, like, where is this boy going? Where is he going back from school? And he used to come late in the night. And one day his mother asked him, what are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you now? After the school, where are you going? So then he used to tell, Ma, I love cricket. I love playing cricket. So after the school, I come back, I eat whatever you have made, and I run to the field and I'll start playing cricket, and I'm coming late in the night. Then his mother started telling very softly, like, child, don't do that. After you come home, you should study. You should, only if you study well, you can earn nicely once you grow up. Then we don't have to do all this maid servant job, and your father doesn't have to, go and sell books and earn money. And also, you should come study well. After becoming big, you'll then start earning good amount of money, and we don't have to do all that. But this guy, not ready to listen. How much ever his mother says, he is not ready to listen. He used to come, eat, go play cricket, and come back in the night again. Tomorrow morning, the next day morning, same thing again. Go to school, come back, eat, play cricket. Oh, this was his life. And one day mother also bet him and also told him, no, you should not do this. But he was not ready to listen. So one day what happened? His father fell ill. His father fell ill. And there was, he had a lot, he had such high fever. This child's father had such high fever. And the mother said, see child, today your father is not well. See him. He has got such a high fever and he is lying on the bed. At least today, you try to help us. I can't leave your father and go to work today because he is lying on the bed. He is having such a high fever. So you do one thing, you carry the books today. I told you, right? The child's father was carrying the books in a wooden basket and going and selling. So you go to the church side today, you sell the books and please get us money because we need money to get medicines for your father. These people were very poor, right? Every day they used to get some money, and in that money they used to, buy vegetables, cook food, and eat like that. So this mother started telling, today even I can't go for work because your father is lying on the bed. I can't leave him and go. You go today. You go. You sell the books and get the money, and using that money, we'll get medicines for your father, and then he'll become all right. But this boy not ready to listen. Said, Mom, you go wherever you want. I am not going to go and sell books and all. I am going to school. I'll go to school. I'll come back. Then I'll eat, and again I'll go and play cricket. That's what he said. He was so rude, so pampered child, so rude. He said, "You do whatever you want. I don't care if my father is not well. I'm going." And he went. And then again he came back from school. When he came back from school, he saw his father is still not well. Still, his father is lying on the bed, and his mother is crying, sitting next to his father. Then he felt a little uneasy. He came and asked, Mom, Dad is still not well. His mom said, No, Dad is still not well. I have not gone to do the work today. And Dad is not able to go and sell the books. So we don't have money. I didn't get medicines for your dad. So Dad is still not well. And then he felt little uneasy. But then again, right, that bad habit he had, right, though he felt little uneasy, felt bad for his father, again he, that bad habits came into picture, and he said, okay, I don't care. Now I can't do anything. Now it's the time for me to go and play cricket. I'll go to the field and I'll play cricket. And he went off. Then again night he came, father is still not well. Then this guy slept. Then next day morning he got up. Next day morning he gets up. The fever has increased to such a high degree. Such a high degree. And his mother is literally crying. She's telling, please, child, please go. Please sell the books and get some money. Look at your father. The fever has increased a lot. If you don't go and sell the books today and get the money, your father is going to die. And this child, such a bad character, bad habit this child had. Even when the mother said that your father will die if you don't go and get the money, it had no impact on him. He said, no, I don't care. I am going to the school. After the school, I'll come and I'll go to play cricket. I am not. And then he went off. And then he went to the school, and afternoon when he was coming back from the school, when he came near his house, he saw so many people near his house. Then he got a doubt. Why is this that so many people are near my house today? And then slowly he came in to see what has happened. And what had happened? His father had died. His father had died. And then his mother started crying so loudly. And then she said, see, child, I told you, how many times did I tell you that please go sell some books and get us money so that I can get money for your father's medicines. But you didn't do that. You see today what has happened. You have lost such a valuable person in your life. Such a valuable person you have lost, and your father is not going to come. And then you know what happened? Because his father had died, his mother was like feeling so bad. In 2 days, even she fell ill and she also died. So now father is also not there, mother is also not there. Both are dead. And then the child realized, oh my God, what a mistake I did. How many times did my mother not tell me that please go sell some books, please get money so that we can get medicines for your father. I didn't listen, and I see today I have not lost only one valuable person in my life. I lost two valuable persons in my life, and they're never going to come back, right? They're never going to come back. Mother is also dead and father is also dead. Then the child became an orphan. Right now he's an orphan, and he started crying so loudly. And then his mother's brother came, that is mama, his mama. He came and then he took the child, and this child started staying with the mama, and then he realized how what a mistake he had done in his life. So then he started learning, he started studying properly and all that. And later on when he became big, who he became? Dr. Johnson. Have you heard his name? Dr. Johnson, a famous
Yes,
English writer, right? Who's also written dictionaries, English dictionaries and all, Dr. Johnson. So he became later he became Dr. Johnson. He did PhD in English, and he became a great writer, professor in English. And even today, many people, many of you also will know, he's called Samuel Johnson, Dr. Johnson, who's also written English dictionaries and all that. So this Dr. Johnson, you know what he used to do every year? Every year when on the day when his father died, right? So that day, even after becoming so great, even after becoming Dr. Johnson, he had a lot of money. He had become so great, he had become so famous. But still, on the day when his father had died, he used to take books in that same wooden basket, go to the church side and sell the books and bring the money back. And then some people started asking, why are you doing this, Dr. Johnson? Now you've become so great, you're such a great English writer, you're an English professor. Now also, why on that too in one in yearly, right? Yearly, only on that particular day you used to go and sell the books. So people used to ask, why is it that only on this day you come, you bring books in this wooden basket, come sell it and you go? At that time, Dr. Johnson said, see, when I was young, I did such a big mistake. I lost two valuable persons in my life, my mom and my dad. That day, my mom asked me to, sell these books and get money for my father's medicines. I didn't do that. And because of that, I lost my dad, I lost my mom. So now, every year, to remember that, even though I'm so great now, I have money, I have everything, I go sell the books in this very old wooden basket and I come back. And then he gives that advice to everybody that love your parents, listen to them, take care of them. Now you will not realize when they are with you, but then when they are gone, they are gone. Nobody can replace parents, right? Can anybody replace your mom or can anybody replace your dad? Nobody. Once they are gone, they are gone. So he used to talk after becoming so great, Dr. Johnson, he used to give this advice to everybody that don't, always listen to your parents, love your parents, care for your parents, because once they are gone, they are gone. They cannot be replaced. They will not come back. Okay. So this is the story. Like I said, this is not like a funny story, but it's a very touching story, isn't it? Such a touching story, isn't it? So I hope you all enjoyed listening to the story. So just give a very beautiful title to this touching story, and also just write the moral of the story and send it. Okay. Okay. See you next week, Jairam Krishna.
Thank you.
Ma'am, should we send the moral also in the group?
Yeah, that one title to the story and moral of the story.
Okay.
Thank you, Jairam Krishna.
Thank you, Smriti ji. Thank you. We are very much thankful to you. Now we go to Kavya ji class, art and craft. Kavya ji, you can take class.
Okay. Hi student, Jai Shri Ram Krishna.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Ram Krishna ma'am. Are you all ready with titles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me adjust my camera.
Ma'am, can you spotlight it?
Yeah.
Ma'am, is it okay to take white paper or should we take color?
It's that's your wish, because if it's a color paper, that looks more colorful.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a minute, ma'am. I'll.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now you can start.
Okay. So all have your color paper, no? I'm using the white paper, but you all have your color paper, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So take your paper and let's cut this paper into square shape. Okay. See, I've got my square here. I folded my paper.
Yes, ma'am.
So as it is, you have to cut your paper. Cut this part. See, did you all get it like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, take one end to another end. Like this. You have to fold it like this. After folding your paper, you will get the extra part like this. After folding your square paper like this, you will get an extra part here. See? Take your scissors and cut that part.
టైటిల్ ఏం పెట్టిన స్టోరీకి నువ్వు
See? You will get an exact square shape. No extra paper should be here. Like exactly, it should look like a triangle. No extra paper should be here. Did you all get it like this? Yeah. So now, as you have your paper like this, fold it. See, from this triangle to a small size. Yeah. Okay. So you are done. Okay. So let's go to the next process. Put your paper like this. It's visible. Okay. So put the arrow thing onto your side and fold this paper like this. Again onto another triangle. And open. So you have your triangle now. Make sure you fold another triangle and open. Okay. And after that, take the other side. Now make sure your arrow mark is on to the opposite side. Like this. And take the other side and fold it. See, your paper should be like this. Show you clearly. You have your paper, no? Let me show you from first, as many were asked. You have your square paper like this. Make sure you fold it like this. Okay. And next, another triangle. And make sure you fold it into another triangle like this and open. And then next, you have to put your paper like this. Did you all get it? See, like this. You have to get your point, sharp point here. Not a blunted one. You should get a sharp point. Yes, Pranavi, you're right. Yes, you should. You're right. Pranaya, you're right. Okay. Shall we go to the next process? So now, fold this paper like this. I'll show you. See, another like this. Okay. Pranavi, did you fold it? You have to fold it. Done. So now, you all have the pencils. Okay. So I'll show you now. Okay. Now you have to draw. Okay. See, I'll show you. Okay, can you see it? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A circle and draw a line, and again a circle, draw a line, and a circle. So you have to get it like this. Make sure you draw with the pencil so that you can erase it. You all can you all see this? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Make sure you draw it like that. Amit, did you draw? Okay, it's not visible to us. Okay. Pranavi, did you draw? Okay, okay. Okay, Sidhu, it's right. Yeah. Yes, Vishwa. Yes, Varun, it's correct. Okay, let's go to the next process. Varshni, you're right. Okay. So now what we have to do is take scissors and cut it accordingly. See, you have an open side, no? You have an open side, no? Start cutting from that side. Let me show you. Okay. You have a circle here. You have an open side here. Now, make sure you cut the circle from that side first. Cut this according. See, you have to cut it like this. If you are done cutting one side, see if you're done cutting with one side, go to the next part. See here, no, you shouldn't cut here. Till here you can cut. You have a circle, no, don't cut here. From till here you can cut onto your circle shape. I'll show you. See, you have to get the paper. Did you all get? Okay. Did you all get it? Did you all get it like this? Hmm. If you all get it, your craft is done, just open it. You'll get a nice, beautiful shape. Did it come? Are you all done with the craft? Did you show it properly? Oh, you made a mistake in cutting. Okay, Varshni, cut it. Cut it according to the circles. See, if you all are confused, no problem. I'll send a video so that you can do it. Okay. Once you get your paper like this, no, you have to cut. The main part is you have to cut very, like, very carefully, because that's the main part of your craft. I will send you. I will send the video so that you can do it and send me the pictures. Okay.
Thank you, Kavya ji. Now,
Okay. Jai Shri Ram Krishna.
Jai Ram Krishna. Now we go to our concluding prayers. Oh. Now గట్టిగా రిపీట్ చేయండి, రిపీట్ లౌడ్లీ. ఓం నత్వహం కామయే రాజ్యం
నత్వహం కామయే రాజ్యం
న స్వర్గం న పునర్భవం
న స్వర్గం న పునర్భవం
కామయే దుఃఖతప్తానాం
కామయే దుఃఖతప్తానాం
ప్రాణినామూర్తినాశనం
ప్రాణినామూర్తినాశనం
సర్వస్తరతు దుర్గాణి
సర్వస్తరతు దుర్గాని
సర్వో భద్రాణి పశ్యతు
సర్వో భద్రాని పశ్యతు
సర్వసద్బుద్ధిమాప్నోతు
సర్వసద్బుద్ధిమాప్నోతు
సర్వత్ర నందతు
సర్వత్ర నందతు
దుర్జన సజ్జనో భూయాత్
दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात्
सज्जन शान्तिमाप्नुयात्
सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात्
शान्तो मुच्येत बन्देभ्यो
शान्तो मुच्येत बन्देभ्यो
मुक्तस्यान्यान् विमोचयेत्
मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत्
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम्
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम्
न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषा
न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषा
गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम्
गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम्
लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु
लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु
मूकं करोति वाचालम्
मूकं करोति वाचालम्
पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिम्
अङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिम्
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे
परमानन्दमाधवम्
परमानन्दमाधवम्
कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा
कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा
बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात्
बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात्
करोमि यद्य सकलं परस्मै
करोमि यद्यात् सकलं परस्मै
नारायणायेति समर्पयामि
नारायणायेति समर्पयामि
प्रियतां पुण्डरीकाक्षः
प्रियतां पुण्डरीकाक्षः
सर्वयज्ञेश्वरो हरिः
सर्वयज्ञेश्वरो हरिः
तस्मिन् तुष्टे जगत्तुष्टम्
तस्मिन् तुस्ते जगत्तुष्टम्
प्रीणिते प्रीणितं जगत्
प्रेणिते प्रेणितं जगत्
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
हरिः ॐ तत्सत्
हरिः ॐ तत्सत्
श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
Thank you, Ji. Nice, wonderful.